Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hi, everyone.
It's us again, and today we are going to be reviewing something different because we cover a bunch of stuff from the 80s, 1980s, and we do cover other stuff besides G.I. Joe because this one group right here was very important in the 1980s, and so we're going to put it up, and today we will be reviewing Lady J.
And y'all can't really see. Oh, there we go. And it says Lady J right here on the bottom.
So this is a complete unboxing and taking a better look at what they did with Lady J in today's time. Because back then, with the cartoons and stuff like that, I think she had a thing for Flint, but I am not sure. I just always seen them pretty much together in the cartoon. There was kind of like a duo. You can't have her without him, and he can't have, what did I say? Can't have him without her, and you can't have her without him. Yeah, there we go. So, and that was pretty much the way that the story fell with Lady J and Flint. But today we're going to be taking a look at Lady J. I think the way that they have done these new G.I. Joes is phenomenal. There's definitely better articulation compared to what we had in the 1980s. Just like they did with Cobra Commander, and there's more of these to come. But like I said, this is a genre of the 1980s, which they were an important part of the cartoons and the trilogy.
Trilogy.
Thank you, trilogy. Along with Transformers, along with other things. So what we're going to do is turn around, and I'm going to let Colton figure this out. And we're going to be reviewing it together. So we're going to turn the camera around. We're going to see what she's all about. So we'll see y'all here in a minute.
Stay tuned. And here we are at the review area. And here we have Lady J here in front of the camera. So before we get her out of the box, let's take a look at the box itself real quick.
And this is Lady J off of the Classified series.
The same series that Cobra Commander was in.
Right. And speaking of that, like Cobra Commander was number 6, Lady J is number 25. So each one of these boxes are numbered to tell you what part they fall in. And of course you have insignias and ranks and other things that she specializes in. On the side of the box, G.I. Joe and Cobra both have this faction on the boxes. And of course the artwork is exquisite.
And you also get that same artwork on the back like on Cobra Commanders.
Right, this is the Classified series, so like I said, it's an awesome artwork. It is.
And the other side here, you do have another picture of Lady J here. And the top of the box here, you just have a little star and the number 25. And on the bottom, you just have barcodes and some writing here.
So we do other stuff besides G.I. Joe, and we have other stuff coming, but we're also covering G.I. Joe because they were an important part of the 80s, along with Mask, Thundercats, and some other things.
So, let's get her out of the box and see what we got.
Get her out of the plastic shell imprisonment. Oh.
And inside the box, you just get some warnings here.
Yes, some warnings right there. That's it. That's pretty much it.
And here is all of her weapons and accessories.
Now, while he's getting this out of the plastic, as far as my thoughts on Lady J, she was a straight up shooter. No nonsense. She liked to joke sometimes, but she was more about the action and what needed to be done, how it needed to be done. I found her very different than Scarlet. You could definitely tell that there was different personalities there, as far as how both of them handled themselves. There wasn't a whole lot of female G.I. Joes in the line of G.I. Joes in the 1980s. They would make an appearance, but mainly after Scarlet, you would always see Lady J, and that just fell. That went whoops. So there it is, right there. There it is. Okay, so there was a definitely difference where Scarlet, you could tell something between Scarlet sometimes and Snake Eyes you would question what's going on there. Just like you would probably question what would be going on between Flint and Lady J. You know, so it was definitely different. So,
I may need some help trying to get some of this tape off.
Get some of the tape off. So, ooh, that's very small. Very small. There you go. Pull up and out. Normally I didn't see her with the gun as much as with the spear. She always had a spear. So this may be kind of loud. You gotta pull her out by the feet. Should follow. want to make sure these little dudes don't go anywhere. Oh my goodness.
And there goes her hair.
Yeah, there goes her hair. Anyway. Yeah, we got to put the hair back on. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. And here we have Lady J. And I will have to scooch up the camera some. So here is Lady J out of her packaging.
Out of the box. Now, in the cartoons, sometimes you would see her with not a baseball cap on, and then sometimes you would see her with a baseball cap on. Either way, she always looked fine to me, with or without the baseball cap on or off. She can hold her ground and she can hold her own. She fought many cobras, cobra troopers and stuff like that, and she was a good I want to say infantry person, but I'm not sure if I'm correct, because I don't know exactly what her specification was. Maybe it was intelligence, I'm not sure. As far as her sculpt, it does look good. The articulation and posability on these G.I. Joes and Cobras are exquisite. They are excellent.
But let's get a closer look at some of the details of her. Her face sculpt does look really nice. And she does have some, like, brown eyes on her. Yeah, they do look like she does have brown eyes on her. And her hair does look really cool. And her suit here does also look really cool, and she does have like a painted in yellow.
Some type of insignia. Is that an insignia? I think so. Is that a pocket?
No, it's a painted in like yellow. Insignia thing. And she does have some tampographed details here, like on the side of her arm here. And her gloves do look great as well.
They have a rocker back and forth and a swivel.
And she does also have a nicely strap here. And she does have some more straps on her, but these kind of straps are just molded into the plastic and just painted on. So some of these straps are just molded into the plastic itself and just painted over. And her strap right here, which is like a belt buckle here, and she does have the nice holster here, and she also does have a belt buckle here, which is molded into the plastic and also painted in with the brown and also the silver here in the center. And she does also have some like darker green here on where her pouches are on her jeans here. And her black boots here. And all around looks really cool. And for articulation, her head is on a ball joint. Okay, she does have a ball joint at the head and also a ball joint at the base of the neck itself. And she can look up about that far and can look down about that far. Her arms can rotate all the way around, move in and out. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which you can see right there, and her hands, well, her hands can swivel.
But I believe that they're also on the rocker, yep, where they can move up and down.
Yes. They do move up and down. On both of them. Ball joint at the torso. But it is kind of limited. Yes, the ball joint in her torso is a bit limited, but her legs can move forward about that far, and they can only move back about, well, okay, her hips can shift down, but they only shift down to about here. And from what I can tell, I think her legs are on a ball joint Yes. Her legs are on a ball joint, but they are kind of limited or hindered.
There's like a soft ratchet in there to get a little bit more posability.
It's not a ratchet. It's just on a ball joint. Because you can clearly see the ball joint right there.
Okay.
But she does have a... Yes. She does have a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. And her feet can move up and down just a little bit. And she does have an ankle pivot. And that's it.
The way she wore her outfit, even in the cartoon, says, "I mean business, and I will kick your butt." She was a no-nonsense person. She was very tough.
And the articulation for this figure is really cool, but her torso and her hips do kind of hinder it a little bit. But moving to her accessories, she comes with this little black knife here. That you can, of course, have her hold in her hands. Or you could also store it in...
Right there.
In this little pouch. Or holster.
Like so.
Just like that.
So I do like all the accessories each one of these pretty much have.
And I don't remember if I said it in the Cobra Commander video, but there's like no instructions of how to store some of these weapons onto these figures. So it's something that you just have to figure out on your own. But moving on with the accessories, she does have these two like little
Spear blades.
Spear blades.
And these right here should be able to attach on to the base of this, that side. Yep. Just like in the cartoons, in the iconic cartoons of the 1980s, she always had a spear with her that had and the spears could do a lot of things. Throw out a net, and There we go. It's on there.
Okay, so you would take the tip of these spears and attach them onto these things here.
They're poles. They're
these poles
these
here.
spear poles.
And the way you would attach them is these pegs goes into those holes right here.
Now, before you click on that one, let's show them this one. This is a different type of pointed part that goes to the spear. It's more like a grenade. It's more like a grenade that she can throw.
And I'm guessing this okay.
Yep.
This also attaches to these poles to this peg and this hole here.
Yep.
So this is like a grenade.
Yes, kind of like a grenade spear.
There we go.
Yep.
So you can have it like this. And of course you can have her hold them in her hands with this grenade thing or this spear.
Now, in the cartoons, sometimes the spear right here would when she threw it, it would shoot out a net or something else, you know. So she was very good at what she did. So and there's something else that we wanted to show y'all with this accessory.
And you do get this little backpack thing here with this thing here.
I'm not exactly. Hey, y'all let us know, is that a camera? I think it's a camera.
I think it is a camera.
But I don't know exactly what specification it has.
And I think, yes,
it swivels. It swivels a lot. I don't know if that is a part that she can... I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember seeing her on the cartoon of the 1980s with that on. She did come with the backpack and a couple of spears in the 1980s, but I don't remember that part being on there. And right there...
And the camera does have some articulations, and that is you can swivel it here, and it can move on this joint here, and it can swivel on this joint here, and that's about it. And there's no paint on it. The only painted parts that this backpack does have is that black thing, which is like a little strap thing.
Yes.
And what I can see on the front here, these two little inserts is I think you can insert one of the spears.
You are correct. One of the spears and the grenade.
And the little grenade here.
Will go right there.
But I do need to remove it off of this little pole here.
So it probably takes some pulling. I don't know. You know.
There we go.
Okay. So, I mean, they did that for storage, and then this is supposed to go on her back. So, I mean, you know, they thought about putting some of it somewhere instead of just leaving it out. So, I mean, no, that kudos for them, you know.
And this does attach to her back from this peg and this hole here. But you will have to make sure that this little strap thing is lined up with this hole here. Just like that.
There we go. And go ahead and get her knife. Put it in her belt. That little knife. Let's get her all armed up here. Let's see what she looks like armed up. Yep, right there. Then a spear. That may be her gun hand. I'm not sure.
And I don't think there's any storage for one of her spears or poles.
Oh, yes, there is.
Oh.
Right there.
But I think...
Yep, right there. Yes, there is. Turn it... There you go. Okay, turn it around. There you go.
Okay, she does have like a little clip here on the side of her backpack here. So I guess you can clip on one of these little pole things on her backpack here.
And then, of course, we have her gun. She does come with a gun.
Which is here, that you can have her hold in her hands. And
you know what? I bet. Let me see something here. Okay. You see how it's got the hole right there? Let's see here. Yep.
oh, okay. So I think you would take one of these little poles with the spear tip or the little grenade thing, and I think you would stick it inside the gun here, so you can have it
like a launcher for her spear. It's kind of like a crossbow, kind of, I guess.
Like a crossbow. And the gun here does have some nicely well, not painted, just a lot of sculpted in detail here. And I don't see anywhere that you could store this gun here. So, I'm guessing that there's nowhere for this to go.
So, I don't know. Let's see here. Nope, I don't see anything.
No, I don't see anything.
So we are going to put it in her hand, or
and it can be kind of a pain to do. There we go. Here. Here. There we go.
there you go.
And the last accessory that she comes with is her little hat here with her hair attached to it.
And it has the star on the front of the hat, symbolizing G.I. Joe.
And the way you would attach this to her head, you will have to remove her hair. And yeah, she just looks like
Yeah.
she lost all of her hair. But you would take the hair piece with the little hat, and there you go.
And I think she looks really good like that. She looks awesome.
And let's get her into a pose.
Yeah.
Oh, one more piece of articulation that I didn't notice until now is her boots can swivel here. Didn't know that until now.
You can get her in some really good poses. That's one thing I can say about these G.I. Joes. They did a really good job.
And there you have
Lady J.
Lady J all armored up. Well, suit up.
Yeah, suit up. And here she is with a comparison of Cobra Commander, just so y'all can see the height. So now, we will be featuring more of these as it goes on. They are doing an extraordinary thing with the line. And my deal is always, I've loved the Dreadnoks, and definitely Zartan, Zarana, Xandar, and a bunch of them, because they were misfits. They were crazy, they were funny, but they were basically doing what Cobra needed, and that's destroying stuff. But Zartan has got a story all its own. So there's going to be more reviews of G.I. Joe, because like I said, it is a part of the 80s, just like Transformers, Mask, Thundercats, and a bunch of other things. So when I get a chance to review a G.I. Joe, we do. Or any other things from the 1980s. Like I said, we love our Transformers, but that's only half of the story from the 1980s. So Colton, what do you think about her?
My final thoughts for this figure she looks really cool all around. But my only problems with her is some of the articulation, like in her chest and her legs, is a bit hindered due to the sculpt of it. And I don't know if I said it in the Cobra Commander video. I probably did, but I wish that they would have put out an instruction sheet of how to store some of these weapons and accessories. But they didn't. So we just had to like figure it out on our own.
So I like what they're doing with the G.I. Joe line, period. The more updated sculpted versions and stuff like that, I know it's kind of like a big doll, and I know that, but compared to the 1980s, they added more articulation. They went more in depth. They went more in depth with the detail. They went more in depth with the just the overall aesthetics all the way around, and that's what is a winner with G.I. Joe. And they just need to keep on rolling these out, because just like Transformers, G.I. Joe has a wide line of the Cobra faction and the G.I. Joe faction and everything in between. So I do like the G.I. Joes that are coming out today. Spirit, from what I've seen on the website, looks awesome. Zartan, it's just, they keep knocking them out of the park one after the other. The bats look amazing. The bats, I remember growing up, I bought a Cobra bat in 1980s. Because I bought him because he looked cool, because it looked like a robot cyborg out of a movie. And I just think that, you know, it looked cool. Now they come up with the bat that's fully articulated. But that's another review for another time. So I'm going to let Colton get us on out of here. I just want to say, just like I've said before, we also review other things besides Transformers, because it is an important part of the past to where we are now, to link it from what was to what is now. So this way we can still tell the history of our childhood, what we've experienced and where we was at going through it. And I did like G.I. Joe. I did like Transformers. I did like Mask, Thundercats, all that. It played an important role. Where today I don't even see anything like this. So evidently in the 1980s something was done right for it to carry over these couple of decades now to where we're at now, and it's still going. So anyway, that's enough of me rambling. I'm going to let Colton back us on out of here. And hey, we appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. Thank you for your support. Talk to you later.
So there you have the review of the G.I. Joe Classified Series Lady J. And if you like this video, give us a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. Or you could also follow me or support me on Patreon. And I will leave a link to my Patreon account in the description box down below. Or you can also click on the little Patreon box right here in this corner. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.